this hand is really good if we draw a red source. We have time to draw into a red source.
You have plenty of time.
All right, I'm gonna run with it. No, I can't. I can't keep it.
All right. Well, this hand is okay. We need some things and stuff, but we're just gonna hope that Serum Visions gets us there.
Well, it usually does.
I mean, sometimes. Like, I'm more so keeping this. Any hand that has plenty of lands that don't do me damage is favorable.
Yeah.
Like, a 3 fetch land hand or a 2 basic hand. The 2 basic hands better.
Yeah.
If I have... really what I want to see is 3 lands, one of which is Arcane Sanctum. And one of the changes I made from the budget deck to this version is I cut 2 Arcane Sanctums. And while I think that is correct, you almost kind of want them in these matchups.
Yeah.
Because it just gives me all the colors for taking a turn a little bit off. With Path to Exiles and Serum Visions, it's not that bad.
All right. I'm going to keep this hand. It is quite good.
Alrighty. Let's see it.
And I will scry 1.
That is true.
I will keep it.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh, I get to draw one.
Mountain.
Yep.
Swiftspear.
Yep.
Claws of Gix.
Mm-hmm.
Browse Trigger.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
Ornithopter.
Yep.
Go.
And draw. That's actually something we kind of wanted to see. I don't know how we currently play this. Alright, I think we actually lead with Flooded Strand and say go. And maybe if we just dirtle hard enough.
Yeah, so we're kind of sort of playing around Spell Pierce here, but not really.
I don't think your deck can afford to.
No. Like I said, this deck is all or nothing. Play Kuldotha Rebirth?
Correct.
Sure.
You have to say what you're sacking when you cast it.
Ornithopter. Spell Pierce, my lord.
Gala Shrine tap.
Sure.
Results.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Alright,
Don't worry
everything's
about
fine. 3 Giblins. Browse Trigger.
Yep. When you swing with them, I will be at 15.
Okay.
15.
Alright, go.
Alright, so we did that so we would have things and stuff up, but we don't have nearly enough things and stuff. Because that is, you have 1 card in hand, 2 cards in hand, 3 things. Alright. With only 1 mana, but some of the things cost 0. Like, we're facing down somewhere between 4 and a lot of damage. I think I might actually just pass here.
Mountain.
We might be more dead than I thought.
Kuldotha Rebirth. Sacrificing
Right,
Claws
you
of
only have
Gix.
1 thing.
Yeah,
I
okay.
will remand it
Okay.
and draw.
Combat.
Yep.
4.
5. Oh, you still get the prowess trigger because you cast it.
Oh, okay.
It goes back to your hand though. The artifact is still sacrificed.
Yes. Alright. Go ahead.
Okay. That was actually an important draw. Now we're going to have a plains. We're at 10, so things aren't great. But we can Serum Visions, try and get out of it. Draw. It's not what we wanted to see. That's actually what we wanted to see. I don't know about this. I think I'm going to top that, bottom the other one. And now knowing what's on top, things are okay, I guess, almost. Go ahead. Oh yeah, things, okay. I just counted things and things are better. Everything's fine.
Alright. Combat.
Yep.
4.
Path.
Sure.
I don't know if I want to go to to 7 here. I feel like I really don't want to go to 7 here. But I also don't know how much of a choice I have. 3 cards in hand. I'll cut a goblin.
Okay.
If I were exactly 4 cards in the graveyard after path. That was my counting. I was like, man, which removal spell do I keep up? Oh, both. Alright, damage?
Yeah, 2.
8.
Okay.
Plains. Alright. 3 cards in hand and only 2 goblins in play. I don't know if that means that it's full of artifacts and it's waiting for something, or just on blue. See our visions.
Okay.
I mean, I want both of these. I think I'm just going to redo the order a bit. I don't think it matters an incredibly large amount. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend this turn playing Tainted Remedy and pass the turn. The hope is I don't just get like blown out by Monastery Swift Spear and 3 0-costed artifacts.
I'll play Midnight. We're at 8.
Yeah.
Combat?
Yeah.
Two.
Sure. I go to 6.
Shrapnel Blast you for 5. Okay.
How prepared to be salty am I?
Yeah.
2 cards in hand. Alright. So this is one of those awkward moments where we have to decide like what we're dead to. 2 cards. If he had a burn spell, he probably would have just played it while I was tapped out.
I did.
The other
Shrapnel Blast.
well, I mean another one to finish me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you either have to draw another burn spell or something like that. In hand, it could just be Monastery Swift Spear, so I can't wrath the board right now. So I have to decide, like, if I wrath the board, then I'm dead to burn spell and Monastery Swift Spear. So I have to decide, is there a way to play things so I'm not dead to more things? And if I play this, I'm still dead to a burn spell, but I'm not dead to Monastery Swift Spear. It just doesn't work very well with our draws coming up. I think I have to jam it. Go ahead.
Alright. Bauble.
Mm-hmm.
Rebirth. Sacrificing Bauble.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me think. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Draw. 4.
Team block.
Sure. Go to 5. Wrath.
Sure.
Which feels kind of bad, but the plan was that he just wasn't going to block, but his life total doesn't matter, so there's no reason not to. Pass turn. Like, he has to kill Blood Baron, and I was willing to sacrifice Blood Baron, but only after I gain life.
Claws Gix.
Sure.
Kuldotha Rebirth.
Sure. What's that?
Yep.
Draw. Hey, look, Island. Spring Verdict.
Sure.
Go.
Perilous Mirror.
Yep.
Good.
Weaken you. So here's the actual combo of the deck.
Yep.
With Tainted Remedy in play, if an opponent would gain life, they lose that much life instead, and Beacon doubles target player's life total. So I'm targeting him. And the way that doubling works is you're adding as much as it is, so he would gain 20 life here. Tainted Remedy is going to say he loses that life instead, and he goes to 0.
Yep. That happens.
It does. That was a very, very close game. I was hoping some of these would be... Because Control does not match up well with aggro.
Yeah.
At all.
So my next draw is your Perilous Mirror, which wasn't going to get me there. Dark Steel.
Actually, Perilous Mirror I figured would get you there. Because we're going to get in chump hits, and then if I ever kill
that's
it...
true.
Like, you have the inevitability with Perilous Mirror. Like, I thought it was basically pretty... Like, I had to answer it right away, or path to exile it.
Right.
Like, I have to path it. Otherwise, it itself will probably represent 3 damage.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Path is in a weird position with this deck because Path actually helps me disproportionately to other decks because I run so few lands.
Yep. But the deck seemed to function fairly well with the low land count that it had. So
yeah, I might even the upgrade to this deck is, or what I'm eventually going to do with this deck, if I decide to keep upgrading it, is all of the Claws of Gix will come out and they will become Mox Opals.
Yep, and in which case I think you should probably trim a land. I don't know if you want to trim more than that.
Yeah.
Because of Opal being so open to artifact hate, I think trimming one basic for the 4 is fine.
But like I said, the sideboard needs Destructive Revelry and either a Tarkus Command or Skullcrack. Interestingly, both of those would have saved me from the combo.
If they're in it,
you can Skullcrack yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, Skullcrack is both players.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So yeah, it's players can't gain life this turn, and damage can't be prevented. So preventing the life gain, we're fairly sure that's how the ruling would work. That a Tarkus Command, same thing. So since you're already running the fetch lands, I don't see a harm in running a Stomping Ground in the board and boarding into the Destructive Revelries.
Yeah.
And especially a Tarkus Command, because a Tarkus Command might even be just main deckable.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going Kuldotha Rebirth and making... Because in that situation, those 5 tokens would have attacked for 10.
Right.
So what was I at? I was at 1.
Yep.
A Tarkus Command would have killed me.
Yep.
Because, first of all, it would have done 3, so I could have just died. But even if I was at, in that case... even at 5, it would have killed me, I believe, because I would have went to 2. I would have gained 4 if Blood Baron was in play.
Right.
Would have gained 4 and go to 6. I block 1, but they're all 2/2s, so I could have even been at 7 and I was dead.
Yeah, and Talisman of Impulse, like a card that, oh man, I never got to play Slag Fiend. My one regret with this playthrough.
I thought like Slag Fiend was the build around card too.
Well, Slag Fiend was kind of like one of the payoff cards.
Sure.
But it ended up, I think that Perilous Mirror, because that was what happened.
Perilous Mirror is definitely very good because there's no real good way to interact with it, and it's more fuel for ATOG and Shrapnel Blast.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
this is like the mini version of what I was running in Standard for a little while, which was Shrapnel Blast with Scuttling Doom Engine, which this deck cannot support for obvious reasons. But being able to smash somebody for 7 or 8, like attack, they take 1, Shrapnel Blast for 7, like that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and even so now it represents even more by pumping ATOG as well, because you're doing 2 and giving ATOG 2, so suddenly that 2-mana spell is a 4 damage burn spell. Like
and I do still like Slag Fiend. It does feel really good to play like a 9/9 for 1.
Sure,
but it is just a vanilla 9/9. It doesn't have trample. It doesn't, it has a lot of the problems that.
I mean, just 9/9 for 1s just aren't good enough.
Well, I think that's like an.
I mean,
old...
if I condemn it with Tainted Remedy,
sure.
that's upsetting. But
I think it was probably Elspie. He was like, I wouldn't play a vanilla 10/10 for 1 because it just, it has a lot of non-trample weaknesses.
Sure.
So those are the decks, and we'll put up lists. Obviously, there will be fancy graphics in this area to show you some other things
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe. I think this is the bottom of the screen. There we go.
Oh, I see. So they'll be
We'll
here.
put something, or in the description. We'll try for both.
Who knows?
I haven't done YouTube in a while.
Oh, the tubes.
We will try to be putting these out in and out. The post-production takes a little bit of time, so hopefully we'll try to just bang out a couple at a time and filter them in the middle of podcast episodes.
Yep.
And
yeah, ideally I think we would do these we would put these out on off weeks, so that we have something every week for people who just cannot get enough of our jibber jabber.
That's the goal. So if you have any comments or suggestions or critiques, we are looking to put out best content we can. This was a slow evolution, and we're still getting there.
Still evolving. Yep. So you can visit our website here at TurnOneThoughtseize.com.
I'm gonna have to put that in.
Yep.
I'll work on it.
Okay. I mean, I can make a graphic for you. I know how to use it.
That's not the graphic. Just do an annotation.
Ugh, it's so dirty.
Well, you can put something there too.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Until next time. Peace.